My mom's gonna be so proud of me when I tell her I spent $30,000 on a chunk of text. What is up, everyone? Tosh here. Changing directions a little bit. So I just made my first entrance into the dark side, into the Ethereum land, away from DeFi kingdoms a little bit, and made my entrance into NeoTokyo by purchasing one of the outer identity NFTs. In this video, I'm going to go over a little bit about the history behind NeoTokyo and the first season of the NFTs, a little bit about this collection of NFTs, and why I actually feel confident in spending 7 Ethereum, almost $30,000, on this little NFT of text here, and why I think this is actually going to unlock a lot of cool new opportunities for me in the future. So let's go ahead and dive in and first talk about what NeoTokyo is. Also, I do plan on covering additional NeoTokyo content in the future, so if you're interested in that, definitely hit that subscribe button and like the video to get that extra support and up-to-date info. I also plan on doing some live events with the tournament coming up, so super duper exciting. Also, please note that nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. Always talk to a financial advisor first, or if you're a crypto ape, just YOLO. That's how you do it. You see, I already said no financial advice here, so that totally alleviates me of responsibility. So NeoTokyo is a gaming project that was created by Alex Becker, ZSS Becker, as well as Elio Trains. Both these guys are huge influencers in the crypto space, and I was watching Alex Becker's channel for a while, and a few months ago he made an announcement where he's shifting his channel totally towards gaming crypto. I'm like, heard him out and started following what he was doing. I'm like, wow, yeah, gaming crypto really has a lot. That's how I actually got my first entrances into DeFi kingdoms, where I've made stupid amounts of money at. But anyway, this video is about NeoTokyo. So Becker's idea behind this project is that he wanted to have a very limited community. The initial NFTs, there are only 2,000 of the identities to be minted. And he wanted to make this community of people that are really interested in building out the crypto gaming space. The whole thesis behind his gaming investment is that the crypto gaming space has no money invested into it. The total market cap is only about $33 billion right now. And comparing that to some of our shitcoins, such as Shiba Inu or Dogecoin, those market caps are very similar to the entire industry of gaming crypto. So this thesis just made so much sense with everybody in crypto. Most of us are nerds to start off with, and a lot of us have money to play around with and are looking to escape making money from our normal wage jobs and trying to do it so in more fun ways. So to get these NFTs, what happened was Becker and Elio put out a Twitter scavenger hunt. There are a bunch of different riddles and also a bunch of different distracting riddles to throw you off in different directions to order to find the right codes to mint these initial NFTs. And the initial NFTs were actually just these little identities. And the identities, again, were totally free to mint. All you really had to do was be in the right place at the right time on the internet. There was very short warning of these, so you got maybe only a couple minutes warning to be there at the right time and place, and also have the right information at that right time and place as well. So the 2,000 people that were able to do that got this mint for absolutely free. And Becker and Elio's mission behind the project is that they didn't want to make a ton of money behind this, so they treat themselves as equal inside the NeoTokyo Citadel, is what they call it, is the people that they own these 2,000 NFTs. And they feel like equals in there where they only have one of these mints. There is one person, it's actually a shadow developer, that was got, I believe, 5 or 10 of the mints, and also receives a large percentage on transaction fees. I note this as just something that's totally necessary to get the thing going and to find a skilled enough codist to do all of this and put it all together, because it's pretty impressive how fast that person's been working. So the riddles didn't stop there. So what happened was pretty much anybody that had the identity and held onto it was able to unlock 3 more NFTs. So that's going to be the vault cards, the caches, as well as the land cards. So each of these NFTs, you can see the floors are very pricey. So holding onto these identities was a really good idea. I remember once the identities actually first got minted and put on OpenSea, the floor was around 10 Ethereum. Like, oh my gosh, people just got this free mint and it's worth 10 Ethereum. And it makes a lot of sense that a lot of those people who initially got it did sell their NFTs, because 10 Ethereum is no money to joke about. That's almost $40,000. That's life changing to many, many, many people. So I don't blame those people at all. But the people that did hold on to those NFTs got quite the value out of it, almost averaging with the floor around 50 to 60 Ethereum. So let's talk about some of the perks behind these NFTs. So they all have different rarities and statuses. Becker had them playing different riddles and games. So the better that you played those riddles and games while holding one of the identities, the better rewards that you would get. So one of these citizens here is actually a combination of all 4 of those NFTs. So once you have all 4 of those, the identity, the vault, I believe the item caches are actually optional, and then the land as well. Then you can upload those into NeoTokyo, and then you're given one of these citizens. So this guy is number 1. Obviously, he is pretty badass. He's got that Matrix background. I'm sure he's worth a ton of money, but I doubt the person that owns this would actually sell it. But he's got really cool things. Again, you can see a lot of these stats. So attractiveness, cool, intelligence, and strength, and tech skill, all of these are on both of the identities, the Season 1 and the Season 2 identities that were just released. Also, there's reward rate. So this is actually one of the most important features of holding one of the Season 1 identities, is that they created a new currency within NeoTokyo, and it's called bytes. And again, the NeoTokyo community is tight-knit, and they determine the value of all of these assets together. And right now, bytes are sitting around comfortably between 90 and 105 USD, pretty nicely. So the reward rate on these NFTs actually tells you how many bytes per day this hero NFT is generating. So not only is this NFT worth like a bojillion dollars, this NFT is also producing 15 bytes per day. So pretty much 1,500 USD per day. That is quite the income for just holding this NFT and doing nothing. So that's all I'm going to talk about with the Season 1 identities. If you want to get some more information, I highly suggest checking out either Crypto Decoded and or Ryan Panita's videos. And they both are Season 1 owners, so you can get their perspective from inside the Citadel. All right, so let's talk a little bit about these outer identities, which I might refer to as the Season 2 identities moving forward as well. So these Season 2 identities, Becker has noted that these will be the last identities in NeoTokyo. He said there will not be a Season 3. Don't hold your horses for it. So with that, I was like, oh gosh, I should probably get into NeoTokyo. I saw what happened to the last NFTs, climbed from 10 Ethereum all the way to 60 plus. So I should probably hop in on this opportunity because Becker really knows what he's doing in creating these NFT communities. And what's so cool is that it's just like a metaverse community. So there's going to be all these communities within communities. And as a new influencer, this is something I definitely wanted to get in on. So the floor right here right now is 6.67 Ethereum. This is not an easy floor. Like this is not going to be open investment for anyone because just there is a big barrier to entry. And there are 4,500 of these NFTs. So with the 2,000 initial ones and then the 45 outer ones, so it'll be about 6,500 citizens in the Citadel and then outside of NeoTokyo as well. So we don't really know that much about these, and honestly, that's kind of what the Season 1 citizens were like at first, where it's just like, hey, I've got this really expensive NFT of code, and I don't really know what it does. But we actually have some more information than the Season 1 people did, because the identities that have been uploaded for Season 1 are going to be very similar format to the Season 2 identities. So we can see that we have all the same stats there. We've got tech skill and coolness. We've also got strength and attractiveness, so I'm assuming that this is going to be how strong the characters are going to be. We also just have different facial expressions and their race and everything. And then the most important part that I think is on these identities is the allocation. So these ones on the floor, most of them are low allocation because the allocation refers to how many rewards you get. And let's talk about that in a sec. So in the Season 1 identities, the rewards were the bytes. And I think it's very unlikely that the Season 2 citizens are going to get bytes, but I think there will be some other type of rewards. And let me talk about some of my speculation there. So the first thing is that they're hosting a tournament of the Season 2 Outer Citizens. So one of the things that kind of brings NeoTokyo, and one of the themes of their community, is bringing people together, networking, and making things happen. So what they're doing is that they have all the Season 1 owners have to organize groups of the Season 2 players that are going to be playing in this tournament. And Becker also tweeted that, wouldn't it be funny if your prize allocation also depended on your performance in the tournament? And, I think he's just telling us pretty straight there that that is a thing that's going to happen. So I'm assuming that there's going to be some kind of multiplier if you perform really well in the tournament. So if you're going to get like the highest yields possible out of your NFT, then you're going to have the higher allocation yield on your NFT, perform the best in the tournament, and then you're going to get some ridiculous yields. Now, again, I don't think the yields are going to be in bytes, and we don't really know what the perks for the Season 2 Outer Citizens are going to be, if any, if there's going to be any passive income perk like the bytes. I'm speculating that there might actually be another token that comes out that the Season 2 Outer Citizens might be able to get, but we will see. It's all just speculation at this point. Right now, all you can really expect is that you're going to get higher allocations from the tournament if you have higher allocations on your NFT, and there's likely to be other perks in the future for holding on to that and getting that higher perk. This tournament right now has a 400K prize pool. Becker actually announced that with the sponsorships that they've gotten recently, that they're over 800K in prizes for this amateur tournament now. And I have no doubt in my mind that that prize pool is going to be over $1 million. Again, this is going to be streamed on the front page of Twitch. It's unclear when the date is. It's unclear what games are even going to be played. A lot of the people that are assembling guilds in their groups of players are practicing crab game right now. There was a hint at that, but there are tons of other speculation about what games are going to be played. I'm honestly not the best gamer myself. I'm actually looking at potentially getting one of my friends to play for me. I'm unsure yet whether I'm going to play myself or have somebody play for me, but it should be a really fun event either way. I definitely plan on live streaming it, so check in for that. Make sure to subscribe. If you are planning on shopping for one of these NFTs, let me just run through how I might actually look at these. Again, it's really hard to evaluate these NFTs with the game not really being out, but the main thing that you want to focus on with any NFTs are going to be rarer stats, and then really the main thing is getting those high allocation yields. But on this collection, those are actually outlined by a different color with the text. So let me find one of those. For all of these ones that just kind of have the normal text, again, those have the low allocation yields. So I think they are going to be the less profitable in the long term. That's actually what I ended up purchasing. So I don't think it's really a bad investment. If I were to retrace my steps, I think I actually would have popped another couple of Ethereum to get a higher yield one. So let's look at this one, for example. Here's our first higher yield on the floor. This one, I believe, has a medium yield. Oops, I clicked that wrong there. Since it has the green text and the green border. So yep, again, the allocation there is medium. And then looking at his stats, though, his stats are not very good. So his tech skill 55, cool 19, strength 51, attractiveness 15. We can also look at their class. So he's a supermarket hero. I'm not sure what that means. It's cool he has an Android, so that's a less popular one. As always with your NFTs on OpenSea, you can see the popularity of those traits. So Android actually isn't that rare. 20% of the collection is full of Androids. So this one has the higher yield, but the stats are really not that great, where I actually went for one that has better stats but doesn't have the higher yield. I don't really know what I would do if I were to retrace, but I think I'd actually go for the higher yield if I had the extra money to spend. All right, well, that was all for my coverage of NeoTokyo today. Again, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like. Put your comments about speculations about NeoTokyo in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, hit that subscribe button if you want to catch the live streams, some future events. I'm sure we'll do some NeoTokyo related giveaways in the future as well, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, curious on what your thoughts are, what's going to happen with this tournament, what the games are going to be played, and overall, like what the future direction of this project is. Did I just waste 7 Ethereum on some cool text, or is this actually going to be worth it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Again, this is Crypto with Tosh. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all laters.